So, in my next long-form video, I feel like we need to go into Genesis chapter 19 to clear any misconceptions about what we do know about this particular piece of the Bible. So, as a lot of you do know, Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed by God because during that time, and this is also explained later on in the book of Ezekiel, don't know where, that the city was haughty, selfish, unkind towards outsiders and their own people alike, as well as, from what we can understand, the sin of homosexuality, right? So, I feel like we need to clear the air a little bit. So, why is it that Sodom and Gomorrah fall because of the wickedness of the people of that city, but nothing was done with Lot's two daughters when they date raped him? So that's what I feel like I need to go into right now. So let's try to start with the fact that the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, if there was one righteous person within the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, perhaps they would be spared by the Lord, right? Well, not exactly. Sodom and Gomorrah had multiple chances to repent and turn away from their sins, but because of their wickedness, it was God that brought justice unto Sodom and Gomorrah's people by leveling the city on an almost cosmic scale. And we definitely can see this in, let me see, I'm trying to find it. We definitely do see this in 1924. Genesis 1924. Sounded a little like James Bond, didn't it? James Bond. Says here, the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. 25, and he overthrew those cities, and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. 26, now Lot's wife was told never to look back, but here in Genesis 19:26 says, but his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Now, on a metaphorical scale, we know that if you look back on your past, you start noticing that you become bitter and salty, and it basically leaves you feeling like there was nothing you could do. We know that Jesus speaks in Matthew 6:34, I believe, to not worry about the things of tomorrow, because sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. The worries of today is sufficient enough. So don't look back on your past, as Jesus commands, and don't take a closer look at your past as far as Genesis 19 goes. Okay, so why is it that Sodom and Gomorrah was leveled to a point of no longer existing, but nothing was done with Lot's daughters when they decided to get him drunk and have them both bear children? Well, something did happen. Because of the fact that they had date raped him, they essentially lost grace. And their people, Lot's daughters' children, well, they weren't necessarily favored by God. quite unlike the Israelites. So we see this in Genesis chapter 19, verses 30 to 38, basically. After Lot's daughters had created children with their own father, they birthed two different nations, the Moabites and the Ammonites. Now we know that because of this double date rape and because of the incest, the Ammonites and Moabites had lost their favor, quite unlike the Israelites, who already earned favor with God through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And it's because of that where we do see that, once again, the Ammonites and Moabites were not a chosen people. So something did happen because of what Lot's two daughters had done while they were living in a cave outside of the city of Zoar. I hope this kind of clears the air for you, because a lot of people seem to misunderstand or misconstrue the fact that, why is homosexuality a sin but not incest? And to clear the air for you, all sin is equal in God's eyes, and there is none that is lesser or greater than the other. Homosexuality is a sin, as is incest, and a lot of people tend to confuse that so much, or don't understand the Bible on a level that most biblical scholars do. Heck, even as a Christian myself, I still don't know a whole lot. But I feel that this should help regardless.